Fellow Ghanaians, welcome back to Communities once again. Now, something is actually unfolding here in the United States of America. Now, it has not actually hit Ghana, but my fellow Ghanaians have actually started reporting the fact that Ken Ofori-Atta, who happened to be the former finance minister for the Republic of Ghana, has actually been detained in the United States of America. And now maybe you have actually seen a lot of headlines, but they have not actually given you details. Let me actually give you the details here step by step. Okay, I was actually very happy when I actually came across this particular headline on the internet, but after somewhat few minutes, I started actually asking myself questions if this guy can eventually be extradited to Ghana so that he could actually come and face a legal trial here based on his life he has actually lived in the past 8 good years, ladies and gentlemen. Now, also guess what? Another development is also from the Bono Ahafo region, and this one is targeting His Excellency, the CEO for the GoldBod here in Ghana, for short, Sammy Gyamfi. This guy is actually feeding thousands of orphans. Let's actually unfold everything here. I have all the videos for you, so make sure that you're going to watch step by step. Now, before I actually dive in more, fellow Ghanaians or any African, please watching this video, make sure that you're going to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to contribute something significantly to this community for more analysis like this. Okay, thank you so much. Now, according to former UTV Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, now this happened to be an official statement, so this is not something that I'm actually going to cook or to just make sure that I fabricate to you. I respect you so much, so I will always bring you the legal and legitimate updates like this. Okay, so according to UTV Ghana, it says that former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been detained by the United States Immigration and Custom Enforcement, for short ICE, okay, over questions regarding his immigration status. His legal team has confirmed, yes, his legal team, that is Ken Ofori-Atta's legal team. Remember, this guy is not actually an ordinary guy, a top politician who has actually been ousted from power. You understand me? And this guy has actually sent himself into an exile. Now, Ghana is actually strongly requesting him to come back and face a trial because of the life he actually lived in the last 8 good years, contradicting to the needs of the people of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is him, okay? This is the official statement here, and of course, yes, they have actually backed it with an official statement from Menka Bremo Osebonsu Bruce blah blah blah. Now, I actually want to, this is a public notice, okay? So it says that the United States Immigration and Custom Enforcement, as of yesterday, it actually happened yesterday, detained the former minister for finance, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, regarding the status of his current stay in the United States. His US legal team is in contact with ICE and expects the matter to be resolved expeditiously. Yes, so Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta has a pending petition for adjustment of status, which authorizes a person to stay in the US legally past the period of validity for the visa. For their visa. Under US law, ladies and gentlemen, a change of a status by this method is common. The public is therefore advised to note that Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta is a law-abiding person in fully cooperating with ICE to have this issue resolved. Now, before I actually analyze the development about Ken Ofori-Atta, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly talk about His Excellency, okay, now Honorable Sammy Gyamfi. Now, this is actually a good practice when a leader is actually significantly contributing something into lives like this. But I think that the best way that these politicians can actually do positively to actually impact life and help young citizens like these orphans here in Africa to unleash their abilities, their potentials, and their dexterities, is to make sure that they create the significant opportunities that could actually unleash their God-given talents, potentials, so that it can also, their talents can be used to affect the country of Ghana significantly.
Sammy Gyamfi na asmano Bono region na Bono East na Ahafo nkafo na omo hono na wode ndwane ebre omo atifo samohwe kai a na ndwane ne gum osisi ayi de yewura Mickey Charles na ekoka no hono what I say Bono region no what I say, so far so good. Sammy Gyamfi adawro mano no ndwane ne kanim ɛna madam ne gyina hɔ a mudi nkɔmmɔ a ɔmo srɛsrɛ. So what I say?
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama recently actually stating that, look, Africa, the youth, the leaders, they have to make sure that they create what we call opportunities that could actually simply help unleash the potentials of what's in the young the youth of what's in Africa. So I believe something like this is actually, you know, something which is needed to be what's recommended to the politicians, and I believe that the wisest amongst them are actually going to make sure that they do their best, like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to make sure that we also have the needed and significant opportunities and chances that would actually help us unleash the potentials within us to help our motherland, what's in Ghana. Now, Ofori-Atta, I'm not actually being political here, but ladies and gentlemen, let us, when it actually comes to the resilience of our country, when it comes to the development of our country, let us, talk in unison with one voice against any development which is actually going against the interest of the people. Because once we actually get a unison interest, which is actually going to favor the country to move significantly forward, I think we should actually support this always, and anyone within us trying to make sure that they undermine such development must be undermined by the same people who are actually standing against any jeopardy. Do you actually know that Ofori-Atta has actually hired the topmost experts, or let me say that the most intelligent Americans lawyers to protect him? 12. And the question that you have to actually ask yourself as a patriotic Ghanaian is that, where does he actually have such money or get such money to hire such top American lawyers just to defend him in case if Ghana attacks him constitutionally? So this is what this guy is actually This is the kind of game that this guy is actually playing with the Republic of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, he has actually hired the most intelligent Americans lawyer just to defend him. So do you think that if this guy was did the best thing legitimately here in Ghana in the past 8 good years, this guy could have actually hired such top most intelligent American lawyers just to defend him? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the question. So Ofori-Atta, so this particular political community, the NPP, the best way that you people can actually convince Ghanaians to actually vote for you in the next coming general election is to make sure that things like this, make sure that you bring the man for him to come and face legal trial. Yes, this is the way you can actually prove it to me. So now, as wise as I am, as wise as you are, so if these politicians who are still going around trying to convince some Ghanaians, blah blah blah, vote us for us in the next coming years, if you come to me, definitely you are coming to irritate me. The best way you can actually convince me is to make sure that you show me your level of integrity by you people trying to your best to make sure that you will bring Ofori-Atta for him to come and ask some questions. To answer some questions, the money that he actually used purposely, how it actually affected the nation, and related questions that are needed to be asked by the authority of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, so if Ofori-Atta is actually keep on running away from the legal trial here in Ghana, this actually cements the fact that this guy actually intentionally did whatever he did, and of course this guy has actually looted the country. Now we actually want justice for Ghana. Remember, we want justice for Ghana. Now what I'm actually significantly urging every single Ghanaian is that, look, when it's come to the development of Ghana, don't joke with it. When it's come to something that can actually affect the country and affect your life, don't actually joke with it. Don't spend or devote your time to build a resilient and a strong political community which will not even construct a single toilet for you in your community or construct your highway in your community. That is the biggest disgrace you can actually bring to yourself as a political community member. Yes, so any leader who tries, whether the person is actually within your community or without, any personality who will try to make sure that they undermine or loot the country to build their own interest, ladies and gentlemen, don't support the person because you have actually been born into that political party. Make sure that you go after the interest of the state that can actually free you from the hardship, that can actually free you from the problems that you are also going through, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that the best way that the NPP can actually do now is to make sure that they bring their brother, their fellow political member, Ofori-Atta, to come and face, answer the state, how he actually used the money purposely, and what the benefits that we actually haven't based on the way he actually used such money. We just want him to come and do the needful. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.